What's up, boys? It's Beluga here, back again with another video. Today, I'm gonna be giving you guys another story time. If you do like these story times, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and turn on post notifications so you always know when I post another video. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and let's get into the video. Alright, so this story time takes place when I was in kindergarten. Now, kindergarten Beluga was really fucking spontaneous. I did things without thinking, and it was really stupid of me, but hey, I was in fucking kindergarten, so what can I say? Alright, so this story time starts off like any other day. I wake up, well, my mom wakes me up, she takes me to school, and before I actually get into the main part of this story, I have to do some explaining. The kindergarten I went to was a very Catholic, very strict school. So they were under the hand of the Lord. So a lot of things were not tolerated. Like, even if you like broke the dress code, you were like fucked, you know. So yeah, it was a really big Catholic school. Like, if you want to, like, an example of it, like, every morning, we wouldn't, like, check into, like, the daycare portion of the school or, like, go to the classrooms. We'd go to the church that was actually built into the school. So, yeah. We go through all this, we go to class, and then, our teacher says, okay, I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of verses of the Bible, then we'll go ahead and transition into breakfast. Alright, everyone? And we're like, okay. So she read the Bible verses that I didn't really pay attention to, and then we went to lunch. Fucking breakfast. So the teacher walks out and we were all in a single file line, which I mean expected for a fucking kindergarten. So me, my cousin, and one of his friends, and this kid that was like with us, whose name was Nathaniel, you're gonna have to remember that later on in the video, were all the four last people in the back, and Nathaniel was right in front of me. So we're walking, and the teacher loses sight, like she goes down, like takes a turn down another hallway, so she doesn't really have or able to see the guys in the back. So I'm walking my own business, and the kid Nathaniel, which I said was in front of me, turns around, looks at me with this little smug fucking pussy look, and then he steps on my fucking shoe. And if it was like any other pair of shoes, I wouldn't be mad. Alright? I'd be kinda, irritated, but I wouldn't be mad. But these shoes were a very special pair of shoes to me, because my dad bought me these shoes for my birthday, and my dad rarely bought me anything. So these were like really near and dear to me. So the kid steps on my fucking shoe, and I just get absolutely pissed. I'm like, what the fuck did you just do that for? I didn't actually say that, but I probably said something like, oh, why'd you do that? And some other cringy shit that a 7-year-old would do. So he steps on my shoe and he tries walking away like he was gonna get away with this shit. But nah, I had enough of this bitch. And I have many other story times that I'm going to do about this kid. Go ahead and comment down below if you do want those story times. But back on track. The kid tries walking away, trying to get away with it, right? But I was like, hell no, I'm not having that. So he tries walking away. And I start fast walking, and I just straight up with my right hand, I just clocked the dude in the side of the head. Now this punch really was not that hard. You know why? Because like I said, I was in kindergarten, so I hit him across the face, but it was enough to knock him down, given that he was, I guess, a couple of months younger than me, and he was a really skinny kid, so he couldn't really handle a punch, I guess. So I punch him, he falls down, and then he's trying to get back up, and his back was like facing, the ceiling. So me not knowing what else to do, and was still angry and needed something to take out my anger on, I just started fucking punching the shit out of his back. Yep, I punched his back. I know, one of the worst fucking defense movements you can ever do, because why the fuck would you punch him in the back? But yeah, I fucking did it. I punched him in the fucking back, and I was proud of myself. So the guy's like, okay, you went too far, and that's all while I'm still punching the shit out of him in his back. So, and you can actually hear the, beating on his back, because I guess it sounded like a hollow sound or some shit. So the teacher runs across the corner. She's like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?" And then she's greeted with the sight of me beating the shit out of this guy's back. So he's like, "Oh my god, you guys are doing this during the start of the day. The start of the day should be for the Lord, and you're over here doing sinful acts. You should both be suspended or expelled." And we both felt, pretty guilty because we knew we were both fucked. So she's like, "Both of you come with me. We're going to the main office." And I was like, "Alright, fine." So I get put up to the main office. I sit down. I say hi to the front desk lady. She says hi back, and she asks why we were there. I was like, "Okay, we got in trouble. We need to go see the principal." So she was like, "Alright." And she tells the principal. And a couple of minutes later, principal had nothing else to do. So we went and handled us. So the principal tells us to come into his room. We sit down, and he's like, "Okay, look, I already heard what your teacher wanted you to come up here about, so there's no need to really answer any questions, and there's no need to lie. I just need to know, did you both get into a fight while you were going to breakfast?" And I knew that I couldn't really get myself out of this situation, so I was like, "Alright, yes sir, we did." So he was like, "Okay, well, who hit first?" So I was like, Nathaniel. So in my 5-year-old fucking head, I thought that stomping on my shoe was like him hitting me, which basically is. But yeah, we're not gonna get into that. So, I was like, okay, it was Nathaniel that hit me first. So Nathaniel's like, and then he does that little thing that the little kids do that just sounds so fucking annoying. He's like, and I just wanted to fucking punch the shit out of him at that point. So, they're like, the principal's like, "Okay, Nathaniel, is this true?" Nathaniel says, "No, fucking lying bitch." So Nathaniel says no, and the principal's like, "Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Did you or did you not stomp on his foot?" He was like, "No," and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna check the cameras now." So he checks the cameras, and then lo and behold, he sees the footage of him stomping on my foot, and then he sees the footage of me proceeding to hit him back while he tried walking away. So he was like, "Okay, it seems like this was an act of self-defense, but I'm going to punish you both because you shouldn't be getting into a fight in the morning of school." So he was like, "Okay, you both will be going home early today, and I'm going to be calling you both of your mothers, and you will be picked up." So I'm like, "Oh fuck, my mom's black and doesn't play me getting kicked out of school. I'm supposed to be learning and not getting into fights during school." So I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm fucked." But I can't do anything about that because I already did what I did. And my mom comes up to the school and she picks me up, but before she actually left, the principal told her what happened and how I hit him out of self-defense. And she actually didn't get mad at me when I came home. I came home expecting a fucking ass whooping, and she was like, "Okay, the only reason I'm not gonna fucking whip the shit out of you right now is because he told me that you did it out of self-defense, and I told him that I taught you that if anyone hits you, you have to hit back." And I was like, "Oh yeah, she did tell me that, damn." So he's like, "Yeah, so you can go to your room and do whatever the fuck you want now." So I go back and I probably play with some Thomas the Train Engine shit. Alright, so that was the story time. Thank you guys for coming. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, and turn on post notifications so you always know when I post another video. Thank you guys for tuning in to the YouTube channel. I love you guys. And yeah, it was Beluga Boy telling you another stupid story. Peace.